Hey guys, so in this video I want to tell you about Wolverine's family, his parents, brothers, sisters, siblings, baby mamas, wives, and not just in the main 616 but all across the Marvel multiverse. Now, first and foremost, I gotta say that this dude's family is huge, and there's no way I can cover everybody, but I'm gonna get to as many as I can. And if you feel like I'm going through them a little quick, no worries. In the description below, I'll have a list of each of the characters I mentioned in this video. So to kick things off, I want to start off with Thomas Logan.
What does that mean? Why did you say that name?
Thomas Logan is Wolverine's biological father, who was very abusive, but not so much towards Logan or James as he was towards his brother Dog, and mainly because he was just an alcoholic. But aside from that, he was also John Howlett's groundskeeper, who, not to mention, was sleeping with his wife. And one night, in a drunken rage, he tried to take his son Dog and Elizabeth, John's wife, and run off with them in the middle of the night, which did not go too well. Now, the two of them also had another son named John Howlett Jr., who died at the age of 12 in the 616 continuity, and I wasn't able to find anywhere like how he died, so it was kind of sketchy. But what's crazy, on Earth 4011, he lived to be like 200 years old, which is crazy because he looked like he was about 70 at the most, but he moved like he was like 20, 25. Alright, so next up is Old Man Howlett, and this is John Howlett's dad, who also stayed with them, usually grumpy for the most part, but he's also seen here with Dog, Wolverine's older brother as well. Now, the next person I want to talk about here is Sabretooth. Now, he isn't, in the main continuity, he's not related to Wolverine, not in the main 616. Now, in other tellings like Earth 161 or 10005, he's like either his father or his half brother, but the main continuity, they are not related. And this used to get me so bad, like when I seen like X-Men Origins or Wolverine Origins and showed like him as his half brother. But recently I went back and did some reading that there are other runs where that is true. Next up, I want to mention Daken, who is son of Logan and Itsu, which was his wife like long before the Weapon X program. And also at this point in his life, he was just trying to live peaceful in Japan when she was assassinated by a Winter Soldier assassin. Now, Daken, also known as Akiro, has 3 claws just like Logan, but his 3rd claw comes out at his wrist, like just below his palm. Well, next up, I'm going to go with Lord Kenny, otherwise known as X-23, who is a clone of Wolverine. And I'll leave a link in the description below because I have another video giving more detail about that. But her 3rd claw is actually in her foot. Now, I wanted to include her in this video because in many cases, she's also referred to as the daughter of Logan or the sister of Logan. So it only felt right just to have her in the bunch as well. But also on top of that, she's the only one who's come after Logan to take up the mantle as the Wolverine. Like nobody else got that name passed to them but her. So she deserves it. So next up is James or Jimmy Hudson. Now, Jimmy is the son of Logan and Magda Lyncher. Yes, Lyncher, as in the twins, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. But pretty much after Magneto found out that she was a spy, he took the twins with him, and later Logan and Magda had relations after that, which is probably also why he got the adamantium ripped up out of him, but that's none of my business. So next up we have Rancor, and she was like 5th generation. She was mostly like in Guardians of the Galaxy comics, like back in the early 90s and stuff. And she also gave birth to Wolverine's 6th generation grandson, Daken. Now, with the exception of Old Man Logan's stories, Daken's like the latest grandson. But if you want to reach back, I also got Wolverine's ancestor, Moon Boy, who goes into like the 99-97 Earth continuity, which I thought was pretty interesting too. But coming back to present day, we also got Kendall Logan, who's Wolverine and Storm's daughter, also known as Torrent. Then you got Cannonfoot, who is main continuity 616, and he's mainly like a mercenary, but I couldn't find too much on him, strangely enough. But he kind of lays low for the most part. After that, you got Raze, who is, I'm going to let you guess on this one. I'll give you a hint, it's not Beast. but is Wolverine and Mystique's son, which is crazy enough. He has claws, and on top of that, he is also a shapeshifter. Now, when this guy came around, I just felt like, hey, they're just making up kids just to do it, just for the sake of doing it. But moving along, we got Wolverine's first cousin, Wolverina. Yeah, very creative. Yeah, she's like in the Earth 89 923. But I will say this one thing that I do like about the alternate realities or other Earths, or the things that are usually impossible become possible. Like Logan and Jean Grey have usually been that the two pair that could not get together because of circumstances, but in Age of Apocalypse, they're husband and wife, which is pretty crazy considering everything else that's happening in that alternate reality as well too. Other honorable mentions that I have to make are ones like Red Sonja, who is also Wolverine's wife. I'm not even gonna mess that up trying to tell you which Earth that was. I'll just leave it in the description below. And I can't wrap out without mentioning Carol Danvers, who was also married to Wolverine in Earth 5700, which is pretty crazy. Now, however, this is not Logan's family in its entirety. This is just a majority of the ones I wanted to mention, kind of excluding like third cousins or distant relatives. If there's some of you guys feel like I missed, leave them in the comments below. We'll chop it up about it. But the rest I have in the description below, so you guys can actually see like a list of the characters we just went through. But I'm gonna end this one here, guys. If you want to see more videos on Logan, X-23, or anything else MCU or comics, I'll leave links for that as well too. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll do it again next time. All right, later.